Tisa.
Welcome to 18 Talk Podcast.
We're super grateful that we finally were able to start this channel. It has been weeks in production, and I really hope you guys enjoy all of the stuff that we have in store for you.
We're super grateful for our parents, production, and our supporters for just supporting us and everything and making this dream actually happen, which is crazy.
Yeah, because we're so excited. Like, we have been talking about this for months now, and like finally, like now that we're here and we're recording and like
it's just so real.
The topic today that we're gonna be talking about is bullying and toxic friend groups,
which is super like relatable to us because we just, I don't know, like it just hurts us in a way that we just want to help you guys.
Yeah, I feel like we've both been through like toxic friend groups and like bullying.
Yes.
So like I feel like since we both have experienced it, from a viewer of like high school students now, I feel like it's just like the point of view that we can give you guys is so much better than someone that's like older, because if someone's that's older talking about it, they were living in a different generation. So like now that we're here in this generation, we can just,
and we're not trying to like cancel anybody. We're not saying names. We're just saying our opinions, our personalities. And if you don't agree with that, it's totally fine on you, because we're just trying to help you in a way, you know? So I'm gonna start off with the first question. What does bullying actually look like, and how has it changed with social media? What do you think about that?
I feel like bullying today, it's not really like the bullying that you see in movies. Of like, oh, I just put someone's head in the toilet and like I just like poured like food into someone's pants. Like, no, it's not really like that. It's more just like,
it's mental.
Yeah, it's like excluding people, like not talking to them, like saying
group chats, talking about like
saying
just crap things about you that you don't want in your life.
It's mostly just like cyberbullying. It's not even like the punching, like you don't really see that anymore.
That's
like
thing.
But I feel like also trolling, like there's some people that don't know when's the limit or like the who to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because both of us, like our personalities, like we're like outgoing people and like we like to troll a lot, but we know like when to stop and like what type of people to do it with. For example, us two, like nosotros nos podemos aguantar todo el día.
No, literalmente.
We could troll each other every single day and like we won't get butthurt about it.
Because we know our feelings and we know our limits and boundaries, because we've talked about it, and that's important in a friendship as well.
Yeah, and then another thing that I feel is like a lot of bullying now is just like tirando indirectas, like making TikToks about someone but like not directly to you, but you know it's about you.
And that's immature. That's not something you should take like as a joke or like I don't know, like I just feel like people in our generation just like como se dice, como que se easy.
They like brush off people's feelings because they just think that like now everyone is like strong enough and like bullying is not a thing, when it actually doesn't. It actually affects so much people.
And social media, it just makes everything viral. So like you can literally post SpongeBob dancing somewhere and it will go viral, and that's an indirecta or lo que sea, and it just goes into a whole like just like it hurts people, period. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's super complicated, and it's super like there's so many things involved in the actual aspect, but we just wanted to just like talk about it.
Okay, putting aside the bullying, I want to get into toxic friend groups because I feel like this has been something like really big in like my friendships, and like I feel like I connected with Ale the most because when we first like started talking about our lives, like, and we got into like our past friendships, like I feel like that we related a lot. And honestly, instead of bullying, I feel like more toxic friend groups happen now. And
because of the trolling. And just if you don't agree with one certain situation, it's just like talking crap about each other. They're just not, people are not direct anymore. People can't just say like, hey, can we communicate and just like talk about our feelings. Look, I feel like this way and you feel like this way. Can we somehow adapt to some term to just fix this situation and move on? Not just consistently like go in the same
like cycle. I feel like now a way that you could tell if like a friend group is toxic or something is like if there's like a leader.
Yes.
You know, like if there's like one girl that like
or there's groups
las manda
inside.
todas.
Yes.
Yeah. If I feel like that happens a lot. That like there's one girl que las manda todas, and then if that girl says go do this,
people follow.
Yeah.
And it's that's the worst thing ever. And I've experienced it from my past school, and I hate it. And nobody should ever go through that. But this is why we learned. This was a lesson for us, and it was in our path to just go into.
Like through the way, because I also went through the same thing. I also felt like there was like one girl that was just like the leader, and then like whatever she'd say would go. And like I honestly was never, like I knew it was never right. I would just do it because I was scared of like staying alone, especially in my school. But honestly, like you just find better people throughout the way, and then you get over it eventually. Like,
and here we are with the podcast talking about this.
Like honestly,
life just goes.
Like you just have to let everything flow. If you don't feel comfortable like where you're in, I recommend you to
get
leave.
out.
Yeah.
Even though if it's uncomfortable, even though you're gonna, if the friendship feels that you're drained and you just want to get out, but you're just afraid of being alone, get out.
I feel like mostly a lot of girls, they just stay in because like they want to, like they don't want to be
alone. Or they want to be cool.
Yeah, they want to be cool.
They want to stay relevant. I'm gonna go out this way. I'm gonna go this way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like at the end of the day, it just like puts you in a big hole. It
mentally drains you.
Yeah, eventually it mentally drains you, and those girls, if one day they decide to not be your friend anymore,
you're left alone either way.
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
And they're walking, and they're like constantly walking. Like the leaders are constantly walking on their on your shelves. Like it's not even worth it at this point.
Like it's always like people pleasing.
And also there's also toxic friend groups that have been going on for years, but since you've known them for years, you're like scared to just let them go, because it's just like a constant.
Yeah, like you don't wanna let go of that friendship, because in people's minds today, everyone's always like, oh, it's just like a waste of time. Like, why not just keep on fighting for the friendship?
Yeah.
When in reality, sometimes you just have to stop and think and be like, is this right for me? Is this right for my mental health? Is it good for me to stay in this friendship? And like, sorry. Way too serious for me. But no, but for real, like I just feel that people don't talk about this a lot, because feelings when it comes to friendships and like friend groups aren't validated enough, because they're not really talked about as much. It's just like something that they brush off. Something that people know, they just don't want to
speak up on, because they're scared to speak on their opinion because of getting alone again. I have a question for you. What is the biggest red flag that you could find in a toxic friend group?
I feel like
for me, I think it's putting you down, just constantly making you feel like crap. I think I
was gonna say something similar. I was gonna say like making you feel guilty for what you do.
Yes, like not expressing your personality because you feel like someone is just constantly judging you.
I feel like if you're in a friend group, like you have to make sure that you're in a comfort zone. Like whatever you do, whatever good decision, bad decision, like whatever
they're never gonna
judge you. They're always gonna be there for you. Like whenever, I don't know, you decide to, I don't know, buy a dog and your friend doesn't like dogs, and then they start like making you feel guilty about it, I don't think that's something that's right. Because a friend is always gonna be there for you, even though you're in your lowest or in your
And you're not supposed to feel anxious or drained or just excluded when you're in a friendship. You're supposed to be feeling the opposite, for you to make sure you have good people around your life.
Yeah, because I feel like those type of friends that like make you feel guilty, it's just like, it's more envidia, because maybe they wanna like be like you, so then they just try to make you feel guilty for what you're doing. And
or like when you have to like prove yourself to be like, that's what we were talking about. Sorry.
No, but it does happen a lot. ¿Y qué más iba a decir? Iba a decir otra cosa, se me olvidó. No, sentirse guilty y... Oh, I remember now. Okay, a lot of the reasons why yo he parado de ser amigas con mucha gente es porque siento que ellas no son leales para nada. O sea, si algún día me llegaría a pasar algo o hay gente diciendo cosas de mí que no son verdad o si son verdad, mi grupo de amigas nunca estuvo ahí para mí. Y yo tuve que pasar por eso sola. Y yo siento que es muy difícil hacer eso sola, especialmente en nuestra generación, que hay redes sociales, estamos en el colegio donde todo se riega súper rápido y entonces como que...
Y todo el mundo se conoce.
Sí, y no poder sentir ese support system es muy, muy horrible mentalmente. Is there something that you want to add to it?
No, I think you covered everything, pero nada, yo pienso que like I just feel when I have to like again prove myself. That's like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I think that just me getting judged, like I just put myself down. Like I am a really like lo que te dijeron hoy, example, lo que te dijeron that you're nonchalant.
Yeah.
She's not nonchalant.
No. Yeah, a lot of people in school, they like tell me like, oh Isa, like you're super nonchalant. I promise you, I'm literally the opposite of nonchalant. But it's just like I'm not in a position where I'm like comfortable. So like I just don't want to open up myself because like
imagine in school I call Isa and I'm like, hey, you wanna eat lunch together? Like como.
Yeah, like I feel that a lot of people, they want to come off and like throw you off with those type of comments.
Like indirecta.
Yeah, and honestly, like I honestly don't care anymore. I feel like I've been through a lot of like friendships that have done that to me, like trying to throw at me like indirectas or like they want to make me feel guilty for stuff or not being loyal to me, that at this point, like if some people in school are telling me something,
it doesn't
matter.
You know, how did you leave a toxic friend group? How did you leave it?
Well, I feel like I was kind of lucky to be able to leave the way that I left because I found new friends and like I just slowly started getting closer to them and then like not really like throw the other ones aside but just like keeping my distance because I didn't feel comfortable with them anymore and I felt like every time I would talk to them about my feelings, like they wouldn't be like validated. They would listen to me but then they'd be like, okay, that's perfect, let's talk about me. And so once I realized that I found people that they truly like did listen to me, that they were there for me, that they defended me, that whatever I did, in their eyes, it was always good, and like they would always accept it. I knew that I just slowly have to leave. And then once I realized what was going on, because the way I left was unknowingly.
Yes.
I realized that I had to keep my distance, but I didn't realize that I was actually gonna lose them. And like deep down, I loved my friends. And so it like really hurt me because I didn't expect it to end. But then when it did, I can't talk about this. But then when it did,
same space, you got this.
Yeah, I tried to fight for it, but once you know that someone doesn't want to fight for the friendship, you just have to drop it. I left my toxic friend group, not even leaving. I left my whole school, and I didn't realize they were toxic until I actually left. And when I was in middle school, I only had like, I'll be honest, like 2 friends. Like I had no one, and I had to stick by those 2 friends, and they were also toxic. And that was for 3 years. And when I went to LaSalle, I'm in LaSalle. Now, I found my people, like in school and volleyball, like throughout everything. Like I just want you to guys know it's going to be okay. Like I know that sounds super annoying, but at the end, everything happens for a reason. And I wouldn't have met Isa doing this podcast or my best friend Carmen through school if I haven't moved. Like it just everything. It makes me super happy. Like no, it is true. O sea, uno en el momento cuando le están pasando todas las cosas malas o todo se está derrumbando, o sea, uno como que you just want to give up.
Yes.
You just want to throw the towel away, like lock yourself in your room, like not want to do anything. But I'm a religious person, like I believe in God. And I feel like if you put the situation in God's hands, in the moment, you'll be like, bro, like,
que por qué yo.
Yeah, ¿por qué yo? Y, o sea, hay veces que yo hasta pensé como que Dios no me está ayudando.
Sí.
Pero I promise you, He's always gonna have a plan for you. And I go to St. Brendan, and I don't have like a group of people that I could just go to. I used to, but now I don't. But I don't feel so terrible about it because I knew that something like that had to happen for a reason. And now out of school, I have so many other friends from so many other schools. Like, I opened up myself a lot. I do the stuff that I actually enjoy doing. I feel like I was always like chasing, and then once I stopped and I put myself first, I realized like the importance of like knowing your self-worth.
Yes.
So
self-worth. Self-worth is important, and I felt that I was a person that I was not. I was trying to be someone that I was not. I was trying to be the most cool, the most popular, everything, but at the end, it doesn't matter the popularity, it doesn't matter how cool you are, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't have much, like, nothing matters. It's just you and your personality and who you are as a person, because everybody's different, everybody's unique. You're not gonna like everything about everyone.
Yeah.
But once you learn to love that, then it's that becomes like a huge development. Like, I promise you, like, as much as we're alike, there's obviously some things that annoy us. Like, bro, like, Isabella,
like for example, before we were starting this podcast, Alegra would have stopped spamming my phone every single day. She'd be like, let's do a podcast, let's do this, let's do that. And I was there with my friends, and because I live in Doral, she lives in Brickell, opposite ways of the world.
Never
Miami. So we're never together in person, so we can talk about this. Yeah. So I was like, bro, like, not right now. Like, I'm with my friends. Like, can you please shut the fuck up? Like, please, like, shut up. But then, like, we just talk about it, and then
I was like, hey, I feel some sort of way. Like, hey, can we talk? Like, can you separate time to talk? Because we want this project. We both want it to turn out perfect, and we both actually want to see each other to, hang out. Like, hello. And I was just like, can we please talk? And then I told her like my feelings, she told her hers, and we just adapted to the situation, and here we are.
Because I feel like a lot of people, they just, when they're having stuff that bother them, like, for example, I'm a person that like was always used to like in my friendships to brush things away, but I met Ale and I met my other friends, and like there I knew that I had to say what I was feeling in the moment, because if you let things pass and months or weeks, it's just gonna get bigger, it's gonna get worse, and
you're gonna feel like more crap. You're gonna feel like shit, and you don't want to feel like that. Trust me. Just say at the moment, or not even that, because if I were to confront someone, yo soy intensa. Yo soy como una persona que I just want everything to be like, just like there, like constant discipline, Pero no hay tanta gente que son así. No todo el mundo es organizado y whatever.
She's type A, I'm type B.
So. Pero the way I handle it is that I calm down, because I just need to like, for me to be able to talk, because when I get frustrated, I actually like cry. I don't know about you.
No, me too.
But I have to like calm down, and like just sometimes I say things that are not supposed to be said. So I try to calm down, then just breathe, and then I told Lisa or whoever that I'm fighting with, I'm like, hey, can we just like separate any time to talk, because I generally feel that I want to talk to you, and I don't want to keep living with this situation, because if not, it's gonna just.
I feel like we haven't had like that situation where like she tells me something out of pocket. Honestly, like I don't take things that hard as much like if my friends tell me, because we know how each other are, and like if it's in the heat of the situation and she tells me like, oh my god, you're a bitch, I'm gonna be like, you too, like, bro, like, shut up. And so that's just like things that you like develop from your friendship, and like you like learn about each other. But what were we saying?
Okay, sorry, we had a little bit. How do you rebuild confidence after being bullied or getting hurt by fake friends?
A thing about rebuilding your confidence is that you have to really believe in yourself, and like you have to develop that sense of self-respect, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like, they don't really have self-respect, or that like confidence in themselves. Like you really just have to learn how to know yourself and learn how to not care about what other people think. I promise you, a lot of people are like, oh, we live in a floating rock, like YOLO, but it's literally true. Like
it's literally true.
It's literally true. Like you can do whatever you want. Like whatever makes you happy is what's gonna make you gain your confidence back. Because if you try to follow other people and try to people please and like try to follow what other people do or what's trending and you don't like it, you're never gonna feel happy.
And you have to remind yourself just quotes that you think that are important to you. Like my thing is be happy. Be happy, work hard, discipline yourself. My main thing is be happy. And with that, I learned to remind myself every single day I wake up. When the mornings, when I was little, my mom used to take me to school and she would just sing a song like, so I'm happy, happy, happy. And that made I know it's so stupid, but it motivated me to just be happy. And my name is Alegra. So I feel like that's one thing that motivates me to just remind myself that what they say doesn't define you and do the same thing. I promise it will help.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they fall into that hole of like, oh my god, she told me this, she told me that. And honestly, people's opinions, they shouldn't like matter to you.
No.
Because like, tú no sabes si eso es una inseguridad de ellos que solo te lo están tratando de tirar a ti.
Sí, sí. And also you have to encontrar las cosas que te hace feliz, como voleibol, que estamos jugando nosotras dos juntas.
Algo que realmente te apasiona.
Nuestro podcast es otra cosa que nos apasiona demasiado. And confidence isn't about being liked by others. It's what you have during, I don't know, like you're growing or yourself and what you think is good for you and positivity towards you.
Okay, so what advice would you give someone currently dealing with bullying or toxic friendships?
I think you just deserve better. I know sometimes in situations like this, you feel like you don't deserve anything. And I promise it isn't you, it's others. It's not you. And you don't have to go through it alone. You can ask your friends, look, I'm asking Isa, hey, what's up? Like, I just feel this. You can ask for advice. You can watch this podcast. You don't have to go through this alone. You never have to go through this alone. Confidence is like something you have to build. It's never there. You have to build through it. And I just feel like when I was little, I didn't have confidence, but now I developed, I matured, I have a personality now, and I feel confident. I know who I am. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Same with you.
No, I agree 100%. I feel like you have to slowly try to figure out like who you are and what type of people you surround yourself with, and you always have someone to talk to, even though maybe you don't want to talk to your parents because you don't have a good like relationship with them, or your friends or whatever, and like you just feel so alone in a hole. If you go out and like you try to meet new people, you're gonna find someone that you're gonna be able to talk to. But if you just keep yourself surrounded in that same circle, you're never gonna get out of the situation that you're in.
And focus on the people who make you feel good. Do not focus on people if you know those people are like bring you bad thoughts or just negativity and everything. Please get out of that. You won't be like, don't be stuck in that situation. Like, no. Just focus on the positivity. Happy, be happy. Yay.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap it up, and I hope you guys enjoyed your first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of the Tea Talk. We're super happy that we were finally able. That we were finally able to.
Please follow, subscribe, share this. We love you. We love our fans.
Follow us on our mains on our Teen Talk podcast.
Mental.
We love you so much.
We love you.